good weeks. Roos, pretty disappointing today. What do you make of that?
Yeah, we just couldn't get our game going today. I felt even when we were in front in the first quarter, we weren't playing the way we wanted to play. It was a pretty open game. It was, ball flies around here a fair bit. It's a different venue, but we just couldn't seem to get our game style going at all during the day. And then they started to play the way they wanted to play, and obviously the result, takes care of itself then.
Were you just hungry or desperate enough, particularly around the contested ball? How do you see that?
Yeah, no, we got beaten around there, and I think that opens up a lot of your other flaws in your game. Defenders' ball was coming down a million miles an hour, so they're trying to take aggressive position, and so many easy goals that were kicked as a result. So then you got to try and help and work out ways to change that by personnel, structures, all those sorts of things. But that was the game today. They were hard around the footy and just outworked us around the stoppages. I think we won the stoppages, but that was a bit of a anomaly because they got it outside. So they outworked us inside and they outworked us outside.
You mentioned the big heads comment after the round 2 loss. Did you see that at all today?
No, not really. I think us and St Kilda are in really similar phases of our development. We're both trying to do similar things. They had a really good game 2 weeks ago. We're not as good against the Giants. We've had 3 really good weeks. So, I didn't sense that during the week, and even during the game, I thought there was a willingness to sort of try and dig in. At times it looked like we were going to get back into it, then a bad kick, a missed goal, but we just couldn't stop them from scoring, for the majority of the day, certainly from quarter time onwards. I don't think it was a lack of effort. It was more just we just couldn't get our structures right, and they played really well.
In that respect, it was a bit of a reality check, given that you said that you and St Kilda are in a phase. So is that a reality check?
I think we know the reality. I think even during the week I was sort of saying that after a couple of wins. I mean, we know the reality of where we're at, and I think going into this game, you know where St Kilda are at. As I said, they're very, very similar in terms of their development. I think win-losses have been pretty similar the last couple of years. We might have got one more than them last year, and I think it was equal the year before. Draft picks similar, early draft picks, all those type of things. So there's a lot of similarities between the two teams. So we know that. It's more externally, and we're excited that Melbourne fans are getting excited about the game. And I think even today, we nearly cracked 100 points playing what we think was pretty poor. So, Hogan kicked 7. So talent level's improving. So we're able to stay in games when we're not playing well because, Jack Vine ends up with 30, Hogan's kicked 7. So there's things to like about today because our talent level has improved. But overall, we're disappointed with how we play because we rely on 18 players on the ground playing really well together, and today we just didn't have that. Well, it's different, but we don't play here a lot. But I think all we spoke about maybe after the game is probably changing your team a little, and it's really difficult because it's like trying to pull a crystal ball out and saying, well, he's not going to play well, and et cetera, et cetera. But I think one of the things. If you look at the St Kilda, they rest McCartan today. Those sort of things I think are very similar, both two teams. Now. If we rested 3 players, it'd make any difference. Not today, but I think you learn from every loss and you learn from every experience. It's certainly a venue that's different to the MCG, but you want to set up a game style that doesn't make any difference where you play, and we just weren't able to get any defensive pressure on it all today, and they kicked far too many easy goals.
So just to clarify, certain guys would have probably benefited from a rest in hindsight?
Well, again, hindsight's amazing. When you see, I can now tell you who played poorly and who played well, but I couldn't do that before the game. I guess what I'm saying is, if you ask me a question about the stadium, we need to make sure that these things are discussed going into games. That might be Subiaco, might be the SCG when we play at SCG. It's a small deck, etc., etc. But with, certainly overall, we're trying to play a game style that doesn't matter where you play. But this is a different venue. We need to continue to educate ourselves as coaches, And again, it's a very, very difficult thing to do. Who knows who's going to play well and who's not going to play well. Yeah, it was good. I mean, similar to what we thought. It's a lot easier to play your first game in a team that plays well. But I thought he impacted in the contest at times. He created some goals. He got involved. Yeah, there were some turnovers, and a couple of fumbles and all those sorts of things. But yeah, I couldn't. First up in a team that didn't play very well, I thought he had an impact as we thought he would and hoped he would.
And the 7 goals for Jesse, does that show his maturity to be able to show, put that sort of effort in a losing team?
Yeah, I think so. I think it shows, how far he's come as a player. He got criticised. I can't remember. I think it was after the Essendon game, wasn't it? About his body language and all those sorts of things. And he's really worked hard over the last month. We've been really happy with the amount of contests he's getting to. And I think today was a reward for that 3-week effort that he's really put in on the training track, and he's really put in, in games. And today he kicked goals. Last week he didn't against Rance, but I was really happy with his game last week. So it's great. It's great when you see a young kid working really hard at his craft and then getting some reward for it. Thanks, guys. Good on you.